Guys, I'm going to give away a lot of secrets in this episode, so stay tuned because today we are talking about 8 things every single marketer needs in their marketing toolkit. Let's go. Hey guys, my name is Jared Vandermeer and I build digital marketing tip videos right here on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications, and I promise you I will give you as much value as possible in the marketing space. Today, we are talking about those 8 tips that you need as a marketer in your digital marketing toolkit that are going to help you market for your clients better. Let's start right now with tip number 1. My first tip. The number one thing you need to understand as a marketer before you can give your clients any of the data they need to make decisions is you need to understand analytics at the highest level. And I'm talking about all analytics. I'm talking about your Google My Business analytics. I'm talking about your Google Analytics, your Google Tag Manager, setting up goal conversions. I'm talking about everything put together so that your clients know exactly what's going on and what you're doing. Otherwise, there's a ton of ambiguity between what you're doing and the correlation to what it produces for a brand, for a product, for the brands that you're marketing for. Find a way to understand analytics, watch YouTube videos, study it, make calls, find a way to understand it. It's going to make a difference when you're starting your marketing career, and it is by far the number one thing you need to do to correlate everything you do online to what the results actually are to help you make those better decisions. Tip number 2, when building brands, when building any of your customers and starting marketing, in 2020 and beyond, influencer marketing is going to be bigger than ever. The cost of advertising online is rising. Facebook last year, we saw almost double in price for the same traction, for the same amount of impressions. What that means is we have to now find other ways, other platforms to advertise on where you get the biggest bang for buck. And influencer advertising is still one of those great options that actually provides a stronger brand benefit when we look at the analytics than some of the other advertising options because someone is promoting that brand. They're putting out their influence to their audience, giving that brand some credibility and some validation. Understanding influencer marketing, understanding how to find the influencers relating to the companies and clients that you are working for is an integral part of your toolkit and something that you have to master early on in your marketing career so that you can carry it to all of your clients and show that correlation with the analytics from number 1. Next, tips number 3, 4, and 5. Content, graphics, video. Those are the pillars. They're the pillars of all marketing. When you look at written content, graphics, and video, it makes up almost all of your creative. And I think it's important for marketers to understand all 3, at least a very, very intermediate to expert level of all 3. It doesn't mean that's what you do, but if you're a content writer, you have to understand how your content and how your titles are going to translate into a thumbnail. If there's too many characters where it's not going to work well with SEO, if your titles are too long and have too many characters. There's so many different factors that play in between the correlation of creative that you have to understand all 3. Now here's a couple things and couple tips that we've come up with all 3. First of all, with content, writing content is still the bread and butter of where SEO finds what an article is about. So content is huge. Any website page that you're making, try to have over 300, over 500 words, a lot of content relating to that niche or product, packed with keywords. Understand that content is still what's going to create the organic traction. Even on social media, content isn't the showstopper. The graphic of the video is the showstopper. But the content tells people what it's about. When they read that text string, it's going to tell them what that social content is all about and what that brand is all about. It tells the story. With graphics, graphics are that showstopper. Graphics, when someone's scrolling through the feed, a really good photo, a really good thumbnail, will stop people as they're scrolling. There's so much noise online, you have to find the smallest ways to stand out. And having really powerful graphics for your brand that are unified across all platforms are really important. And it's something that you have to understand as a marketer. Again, even if you're just someone making videos, how is that going to translate into the thumbnail? How do the videos look in correlation to the cover photo that's on Facebook or how the website looks? You have to translate it all together into that brand guide and merge all of those three pillars together to make really, really fantastic content. Understanding them all is really going to help you work well within the teams, within your creative teams, and be better at what you do every single day. All right, tip number 6. We've gone through the pillars, we've gone through a little bit of information about what you have to do to have the analytics. But after you have all of this data and you're making all this content, you want to keep creating and correcting and making everything you do better, getting more impact from it. To do that, you have to master research. Master keyword research, master where you're finding your information, master what people are looking for. To do that, there's a whole bunch of tools. We like to use things like Google AdWords Keyword Planner. We like to use some of those free tools that are out there to find as much data as possible that we can make decisions about. But there's a ton of other websites out there that will help you understand what people within your service, within your niche are looking for. And it'll help your clients get an extended organic reach from the marketing that you do. Now, one piece of advice here is research tells you a lot, tells you what you should be doing, but you always have to think outside the box a little bit outside of the research, because a lot of research comes from data that's 6 months old. And as we know in the digital marketing space, everything moves really quickly. What we knew 6 months ago has changed. Algorithms have changed. So you have to find a way to think outside the box, make content that's a little bit outside the research while still doing that content that works, and keep creating and correcting to find and push the envelope where you can take that branding for your clients, where you can take their marketing. Number 7, make sure you learn social media marketing inside out, backwards, forwards, every direction. Social media marketing is very complicated. There's lots of platforms, everyone is different, everyone has a different advertising platform, and it is okay to focus yourself as a marketer on one platform. We do say that every single company trying to develop a full online presence needs one person dedicated per platform to execute native planning, native content, and have those results from the platform that they're looking for. That isn't going to happen with every client, but it is important to have at least a basic understanding of all of the platforms. And I'm going to go through a couple right now about what you should know a little bit about each, so that you can go and learn those items through watching YouTube videos, through studying them, and through making content of your own. First of all, Facebook. Facebook Business Manager, once you get it set up for your clients, make sure you understand that ads platform in every direction. It's not about scrolling through the feed and clicking that boost button and doing a basic boost. It's about learning split testing, learning everything that you can about Facebook ads. Facebook still has the largest demographic, the most users, and for a lot of products and services, it's a great way to brand and to build that name recognition that they're looking for. It doesn't work for every single product or service. However, if you're looking at brand, if you're looking at building name recognition, Facebook ads is a fantastic way to get the word out in a very cost-effective way. LinkedIn is fantastic. LinkedIn right now has a huge reach. Understanding the difference between a business profile and a personal profile is vital. Understanding the reach difference and understanding that a personal profile gets a huge reach within a network is also important to tell clients when they're looking for that B2B impact. Also understanding the ads platform, making sure you're setting up the conversions, and getting out and realizing that LinkedIn has such a powerful tool in their advertising tool to advertise directly to companies, directly to job titles. You can really get to the demographic you're looking for based on what you sell and what your niche is on LinkedIn. It's a fantastic tool. It's not yet at scale, and it gets a ton of organic reach. Twitter is still where you get that instant news. It is a fantastic place for companies that want to get information out quickly and that need information out quickly in order to thrive in their environment. Reddit is a great way to get information out there. We have Quora where you can answer questions. We have Pinterest where you can post really cool photos related to your brand. Instagram, which at the end of the day is still, even though it's at scale, provides a massive benefit through their advertising platform for products and services where you can exemplify it in a really creative way. And now we have TikTok. TikTok is exploding, and TikTok is going to be the future of how we look at social media with short form videos. Understanding TikTok, getting context, going through it and scrolling through the For You page is going to help you understand that platform. And lastly, YouTube. YouTube is a fantastic way to put out those how-to videos, to give value and information to an audience. And for a lot of brands, YouTube is underrepresented and underutilized. Wow, I talked about a lot of platforms that are a lot of information, but at the end of the day, before I go to the next tip, just realize Go understand every platform that you can. The more you know as a marketer, the more you can correlate with your marketing team, the more you can correlate with your brands and give them the right information to make the right decisions based on the research, the analytics, the content you're making, and then all the platforms that you're on and the audiences that you're reaching on each one. And lastly, number 8, understand search engines and search engine marketing. Search engine marketing is still the true and tested way to create those conversions for clients, because people are searching actively. They're interested in a product or service or niche when they're looking for it on a search engine. Unlike social media where they're just scrolling, and yes, you can find people that are interested, but you're dedicating it to an audience and you're remarketing and you're creating that branding effect that converts sometimes. Search engine marketing can allow you to convert at a higher level more often. So if clients are looking for that, you want to understand search engine marketing at the highest level. And that includes a huge wide variety of things. It includes SEO, search engine optimization, GMO, Google Maps optimization, your search engine marketing, your Google ads, your third-party ads, your display ads, your remarketing, all of the different options that are going to allow you to create those impressions and that impact for an audience that's in market for your brands and for your clients. Understanding search engine marketing takes time. It also takes a lot of experience actually making the ads. You can watch every single YouTube video about search engine marketing. Go out and do it. Google Ads is updated and everything is in different spots. You have to do it. You have to do it yourself and get it going. Make sure you set up those goal conversions. Make sure you're finding a way to build that audience and get out there, create and correct, learn from the data, and make the right choices to extend that reach and get better conversion numbers for the dollars you're putting into the engines themselves. Whew, we talked about a lot there. 8 things that you need to know as a marketer, and they're all really important. I could talk all day about this. I can go 9, 10, 11, 12, and maybe I'll do that in a different video. If you want to hear more, hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you want me to talk about, and I will make a video about it. But for now, that's it. Go out and master those 8 things. It's going to make a difference for your marketing career. It's going to help you market for your clients and for brands better. Get out and do it. You have to do it yourself. You can watch all the videos in the world. You still have to do it to fully understand it. And if I say one thing at the end of this episode, try to understand the widest scope of marketing you can. Understanding everything at 10,000 feet is going to help you work better with teams, do better marketing, and understand more. It doesn't matter what your niche is. Go out and try that. Let me know below. Hopefully this episode provided you guys with a little bit of value.